Good morning, everybody. Good morning. We're gonna try baking Bulbasaur today. I thought it would be fun to incorporate my new love of Pokemon, but also cooking, baking, all that stuff. Lots of marzipan or fondant. Yes. So fondant could not make it by today. We're replacing. No, actually, instead of using pre-made fondant, we're gonna make our own fondant. Shadow actually found me a website or found me like a recipe. So we're gonna try out his recipe, or not his recipe, but a recipe that he found. For those who don't know, for cake decorating, if you're making a cake to look like a different caricature, a lot of the times, all the extra stuff to make sure it's light and also still edible is Rice Krispie treat. So we're gonna make our own little molding Rice Krispie treat for like the legs and for like the bulb and the head. The only thing that's actually cake is probably gonna be the body. That's gonna be the base where it's like heaviest and where it's gonna be the support. It'll be great. So we're gonna prep the cake tins and everything first. So I'm just prepping it the normal way, the way that I always do it, which is I pick a corner and then I fold the sheet into the same corner every time. So I have this little like triangle thing. So I'm just gonna cut this here. It's okay if it's like a little bit less or a little bit more. I wouldn't worry about it. A little bit extra, but that actually works in our favor, I think. But we still have to prep the sides so the sides won't stick. Okay, so the pans are lined more or less. I'm gonna measure out 150 grams of flour. We're gonna pre-sift this so there's no clumps or lumps. I'm gonna do the baking soda and I'm gonna do 2 teaspoons, and then I'm just gonna use my little spoon thingy just to mix the baking powder in, and then we'll set this aside. So this is perfect already. So apparently you need room temperature or slightly warm eggs. So we're gonna grab 2 eggs, and then we need 150 grams of sugar. That's a lot of sugar, damn. So I have my little hand whisk thing. We're gonna put these in here, and apparently you want to whisk these until they have tripled in volume. It's puffed up quite nicely. It went from a golden yellow to a very pale yellow. Let me just put this on the side. We'll continue working on this a little bit. We're not quite done yet. We need 57 grams of butter. You can use milk. I have soy milk. It's not a substitute. We need 125 grams. And I'm gonna put this in the microwave. We want the milk and the butter to be hot. We're gonna go back to beating this just a little bit longer. So now that we have our batter, we have our flour. We're going to very delicately incorporate the flour into the batter. So I'm gonna do half of it, and now we're gonna slowly beat it until we don't see any dry spots, and it is almost like 90% incorporated. So that's good. See, it's not completely even or anything. The sides still have a little bit. There's a little bit in the middle, but that's okay. We stop here because we don't want to overbeat it, and then put the remaining flour in there. And same idea, low and slow, okay? You want to treat this like a little baby and slowly beat the flour into it. So that's good. That's good. See, it looks like a batter. It's nice and thick.
Damn, boy, he's thick!
My milk and butter is nicely mixed. This is what we're gonna do. We're gonna add in our tablespoon of oil, the tiniest little splash. Give it a little bit of mix. So we're gonna temper the batter by adding like a spoonful. We're gonna do 2 hands now, okay guys? Are you ready? 1 hand, we're gonna grab the hot milk. 1 hand, we're gonna grab the beater. I'll go on low heat with the beater. We're gonna add in the milk, and we're just gonna make sure everything is good. Considering we're making a Bulbasaur, I thought it would be nice if we added pandan so it can taste like grass. So let's do a little bit of, and now we're good. You don't have to mix it too much as long as everything is mixed through and there's no obvious dry pieces. So we have our batter. We can separate all of the batter into our pans that we've already made. I'm just gonna pour it directly and pray that nothing weird happens. Maybe I should have measured it out so I know if it's exactly half. Yeah, maybe I should have measured it out so I can know exactly what half is. YOLO. Cake is going into the oven. Pray that it turns out well because we don't have seconds. We'll set the timer to 25. In the meantime, we can start the buttercream. We're gonna bring out Big Bertha. So we're gonna need 4 egg whites. Eggs doesn't matter if they're room temperature or not because we're going to be using a double boiler technique to make the Swiss meringue. So I'm going to fill this with water. Egg whites in here. If separating eggs is not your forte, you can dump everything into the egg white bowl and use your fingers to scoop out the egg yolks. That works too. Okay, water is boiling. So I'm going to grab our measuring thingy. We're going to need 170 grams of sugar. So 170 grams, which is quite a bit. Okay, so I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna use a whisk and I'm gonna keep mixing this until the egg whites slowly get mixed in and the sugar slowly melts. I'm gonna stick my hands in there and give it a feel. It's pretty smooth. All right, meringue, as it starts to whip, it will start cooling down, which is what we kind of want. We're gonna put it on high speed all the way to 10. You just wait, really. Just wait until it becomes a Swiss meringue. This is why you want to use a heavy machinery like Big Bertha here. The cakes actually turned out very good. We're gonna actually turn it out so it can cool down upside down, so the domes of the cake won't be popping. It'll cool down flat. Oh my god, Big Bertha, slow down. Okay, time to check. So if you lift up Big Bertha and it's like nice stiff peaks like this, that's not going anywhere. Okay, you can also do the meringue test. Not going anywhere. Okay, that's a good sign. And then I'm gonna turn this on low because we're gonna slowly start mixing in the butter, but I need to do the cake first, so just give me like one diggity second. Ugh. That came out pretty smooth, which is what we want. I'm gonna get unsalted butter. We're gonna need the whole thing. And then we're just going to scoop. And at like medium speed, we're gonna do scoop by scoop, table by tablespoon. Just keep pulsing this for like 20 minutes. And this is why Big Bertha is so useful, because she just sits there and does this for you. Fondant. Let us make some fondant. So we're gonna try making homemade fondant. Oh shit, my buttercream should be done. All right, let's take a look at the buttercream. That looks perfect, actually. And we're gonna put this aside and we're gonna use this when we're ready. 6 cups of icing sugar. I have my stick of butter here. And then 2/3 cup of condensed milk. Okay, that is 1/3 cup. Okay, this is 2/3 cup. So I'm just gonna use a spoon and see if I can just mix it all in. I'm gonna introduce my hands now. Ooh, it's like kind of squishy. It is slowly coming together, but there's still a lot of like dry spots. That looks like pretty good fondant, guys. It's not sticky anymore. It feels quite smooth, so I'm gonna cover it with saran wrap so we can just cut it as we need it. For those who wanted the obligatory slap, are you guys ready? Who's been a bad fondant? Who's been a bad fondant? Fondant is done. We're going to ice the cake. I have my rotating cake decorating thing. You don't have to use something like this, but it does help a lot. I'm gonna do the top cake first. I'm gonna just cut off the caramelized part just so that there's not too much of it. Try your best to be as even as possible, but if it's not, too bad, so sad. I'm gonna get my buttercream icing. 2 scoops is probably plenty. Okay, I'm gonna put my cake in the middle. A little bit of icing on the bottom. Make sure that your cake sticks. And then just kind of ice it until everything has icing on all sides. I'm just gonna keep it really simple though. And then we're just gonna ice this really simply, and then just bring all of the extra icing down to the bottom. That's pretty good. And then we're just gonna put this in the fridge and let this chill until the outside becomes a lot harder. So I'm just gonna try to yank this whole thing into the freezer. While we're waiting for that, I think maybe we can start on the Rice Krispies so we can start molding it, because I have a general idea of how big the cake is gonna be. This is not the standard Rice Krispies treat. This is meant for industrial baking, sculpting uses, so there will not be any butter in there. I'm just putting it up there before someone goes like, nice Rice Krispie treat. We're gonna need 200 grams of marshmallow. So I'm gonna pop this into the microwave. So I'm gonna give it 30 seconds first.
A few moments later.
Okay, it's melting. I don't know if this is completely melted, but it is fat and bulgy. Okay, it's melted. We just want melted. We don't need like really hot or anything like that. Okay, we're gonna work quickly. We're gonna add in 160 grams of rice puffs. 160 grams, come on. And then you just basically use your spatula and just mix it in. And you wanna pack it in as hard as you can. I'm gonna grab my gloves. I'm gonna grab a little bit of oil. I'm gonna grab my cake out actually, so I can size it up. Get in there! So cake is out. So I'm gonna grab my oil, grease my hands. I'm gonna make the little leg first. You wanna pack it, like really just, ooh, like that, okay? That looks pretty good. And then I'm gonna do another one that's pretty much the exact same size. So that looks pretty good. It'll be the front legs. And then the back legs are more like round. So I'm just gonna grab like that. That's the back leg. And now, important part, bulb and also head. That's a handsome bulb, if I do say so myself. It's looking very abstract right now, trust me, but it'll be good. See? The force of 1,000 suns! It's giving garlic now. See? Garlic bulb! And then what I'm gonna try to do is use a chopstick to kind of make the dent on the bulb. And it's his bulb! I made his bulb! We're gonna work on the head now. I'm gonna use the last remaining bit of the marshmallow. Hame. I'm trying to make the face. So the face is a little bit more round, a little bit cuter. It's not perfectly a circle. It's kind of like it's got the cheeks and stuff. And then for the ear, I'm going to press it again. Even for the ear, you still want it to be rock solid, but you can kind of see the head shape this way. This is side profile. This is front profile. It's like a cat, yeah, but it's Bulbasaur. Unfortunately, color dye companies won't give you like this is all the colors you need for Bulbasaur. It doesn't work like that. So we're gonna have to make a few colors ourselves. So I think the easiest thing I have right now is the green for the bulb. So this is leaf green, pretty accurate for a Bulbasaur. I'm gonna grab a little bit. That should be plenty. I guess we just mix it. It is very easy to wash off though, so if you do get it on your hands, I wouldn't worry too much about it. Is that good enough is the question. Green is done. I'm gonna try doing maybe the dark teal. You guys said the more I add, the more darker it'll get, right? Blue is open. I'm gonna trust the process, and then literally all the green that I did earlier, which is quite a bit. Hopefully most of it goes into the fondant and not in my hands. Oh my god, it's all going into my hands. Okay, so it's not accurate, but I think it's close enough. So I'm gonna call this one done. Again, it's not exact, but we're trying our best here. Okay, let's make the mouthpiece. Pink, we don't need that much because pink is also only just for the mouth. I think I added way too much pink. We'll work with it. So the mouth is done. White is just white. We need red. Red will be for the eyeballs. Again, we don't need too much of it. The red is redding. Okay, last but not least, because white, obviously, we don't need to make colors for because the baseline is already white. Which I'm the most nervous about is the skin color, which is a light teal, which I think equal parts green and blue should be enough. We have green and lots of it. It is a little bit lighter though, so I'm gonna stop there for now. And then I'm gonna get blue. Okay, I'm gonna line these two. That is green. That's like, no, you're right. It's like not really teal, is it? Maybe a little bit more blue. A little bit more. I think that's good enough. I'm gonna wrap this one too. And then we're gonna start decorating everything. Okay, all right, cake comes out. Let's check. Ooh, it's like really cold. So we're gonna try to carve this into the shape of a Bulbasaur. I kind of just erased all the crumb coat that I did. I just realized I probably should have carved it and then crumb coated it a little bit after that, but oh well. Okay, so I'm just going to, again, same kind of concept with the crumb coating from earlier. So we're gonna set this on the side, and then I'm gonna use this to cover the legs and the body. So I'm going to flatten this out, and you want this thin, but not too thin. Ideally, it should be a little bit more thin, but oh wells. It's a little bit of icing sugar, just to kind of brush it all over. So hopefully it doesn't stick too much, and then we can just wipe this off later as we go. Let's do the other leg. So I'm gonna put it right there and just kind of roll the skin and extra pieces kind of smooth. Okay, leg number 2 done. Now we're gonna have to do leg number 3, which is this guy. Press it all down, press it all in. So my legs are done, and then I'm gonna do the body. Oh, the head. I need the head too. So this is the head. Why is it green? Bulbasaur supposed to be blue. Nuh-uh, bitches! Green! Green! The Bulbasaur head is pretty good. Let's do the body real quick. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this with my 2 hands. I'm gonna lay it on. Okay. I'm just gonna tuck in the places that needs to be tucked. I'm gonna cut off the edges. Take the rest of this away.
Why is the face so
Why are you so mean? Let my Bulbasaur live. I'm gonna start sticking dowels in. You just watch, okay? You are going to regret laughing at my Bulbasaur, sir. So I'm gonna stick one into the one side, and then I'm going to just close enough. And then I'm gonna do the other side. It's cute. It looks like a tank. Okay, guys, just you're not gonna be ready. Head going in. Wait, why is his head crooked? He's like, huh? I'm gonna try to cover the bulb now. This is gonna be the best bulb ever, dare I say. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back with my chopstick. I'm gonna try to find the grooves again. Here I go. Aha! Haters gotta hate! It's Bulbasaur! The decoration. So I have to do the mouth. So I'm gonna grab the mouth, but I'm gonna cut a smile. And I'm gonna grab a little bit of Wawa, and I'm just gonna paint where I think I want the mouth. And then, oh dear. I think it's cute. That looks looks like a frog though, but I think it's cute. And then I'm gonna do the eyes. If I'm doing white now, I might as well do the little toes and everything too, I think. Okay, I'd have to cut 12 little toes from this. Okay, I'm gonna paint the bottom here and stick its toes on.
I can honestly say I have never seen anything like it. Good job, Giri.
Stop! I'm trying my hardest. Toes are toesing. Okay, I'm gonna have the teeth. Okay, we got this. We got this. It has teeth now. It doesn't. It does kind of look like a frog. You're right, but it has teeth. Okay, shut up. And then I'm gonna use this to do the eyes. The eyes are kind of like a triangle, right? Eyes are kind of.
Holy shit.
I like how Shadow is having the time of his life right now. Don't force trauma to the head. Stop! It looks cute. You just wait, guys. A bunch of haters. Wait. You just wait, bro.
Holy shit.
I wanted it to look
What the
this way.
bro?
It's the opposite of cross-eyed. Stop! Okay, I want to do a little circle nublet for the eyes. Okay, it's in the middle. Oh, see? That actually doesn't look too bad.
Bro.
With the pupils, it looks pretty good.
Holy.
It looks good. Now comes the important part, which is like the speckles and everything. You guys laugh now.
Giri, the creator of Bulbasaur, is crying right now while watching your stream.
No, he's not. He's like, wow, thanks for doing it so much justice and giving it so much personality. I appreciate you. And I'm gonna be like, you know what? You're welcome, man. See? That's not too bad, right? The little speckles. The face does look very, very scary. It's coming together with all the freckles and stuff. I think we're moving towards the right direction here. Okay, guys. Are you ready? Dun 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 dun. Bulbasaur! I don't actually know what Bulbasaur sounds like. Bulbasaur! You guys don't like it? You don't like my baby? I put my heart and soul into my baby, and you don't like my baby. It looks just like him. 1 to 1. You can't even see the difference. Oh, I forgot the nose hole. Okay, there. Now it's done. It needs to breathe, Annie. It needs to breathe. Now eat him live on stream. Oh gosh, let me try cutting into him. Okay, nice big cut. Oh yeah. Bulbasaur. And now he's, oh wait, did he just get, oh, he just, wait. Does he look better now? Now that he's shorter? Is he better now? Maybe his body was too long. No? Oh, okay. I will try the cake. It's good cake. Tastes like fondant. It's pretty 1 to 1. I think so. The cake is delicious though. Okay, chat. It's time for my baby to have a restful night's sleep. I think we had some happy times, some sad times, some ups and some downs, but at the end of the day, we achieved what we wanted to achieve. To you Bulbasaur fans in chat, you didn't deserve this. I tried my best! Okay, take care everybody. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for enjoying my baby son. Bye, Papegasaur. No, he's Bulbasaur. Bulbasaur, not Papegasaur. He has a name. Bulba.